Start the recording. Welcome to another edition of Big Old Stuff 20 Countdown. This week we're
Yeah.
talking about the top 20 R&B songs. Plus, we're talking to our guest, Moody Black.
Yes.
Into this countdown, you guys. The number 20 song is actually from this woman named India Shawn, a new artist. This is a new song called Exchange. This is number 20, Exchange, on Big Stop 20 Countdown, baby. Yeah. Yeah, yo, that was a number 19 song. The legendary Kenny Lattimore with the song called Take a Dose. We're talking to our guest, Moody Black. How you doing, sir?
Man, I'm doing great, man, here in South Carolina. Shout out to the West Coast, my West Coast brothers and sisters. How y'all doing out there, man? I'm chilling, I'm doing great, bro.
Tell me about yourself. Tell my listeners about yourself.
Well, I'm Moody Black, and y'all can check me out at I Am Moody Black on everything. But I'm a spoken word artist, I'm a hip hop artist, a visual artist, I'm a voiceover artist, an actor, and you give me a lawnmower, I cut your grass good. I can't sing, don't ask me to sing, I can't do that.
Wow, you're doing a lot, man. Wow.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
How does
Motivational
that
speaker
make
too. I go to schools and speak. I go to
motivational?
schools, teaching artists. I go to teach poetry to the kids in different schools across the country.
Wow, you're doing a lot.
Yeah. And I am for a hire for those who's watching.
Oh, okay. What's your out of all that stuff, what's your favorite thing that you're doing?
Oh, God, you the first one to ask me that. That's like picking your favorite child of all your children, man. Oh, God. Hip hop. I love the recording process. I love writing and just, pulling stuff out, man, different concepts and flowing over the beat. So it's more of a rhythm to it. And I love the poetry, I love painting, but the hip hop aspect, to get my perspective on a different topic or just my feelings as who I am as a whole. Yeah, I did that part, I did that process. I did go into the studio and recording and ad-libbing and doubling up on things. I like the whole process, man. It's fun to me.
How did you start? How did you start doing music? We're gonna start with the music first. How did you start
Well,
doing it?
it's all hand in hand, man. I was writing poetry and rapping at the same time. Now, visual art is my first gift. I was drawing and painting since I was like 3 years old. But around
Okay.
11, 12, when I started finding my love for poetry, I was already in hip hop, man. We heard, and I'm about to tell my age, but so it was hot listening to the Sugar Hill Gang and all that. But what really got me when I heard Run DMC, I was at my grandma's house. Like she bought cable just for her grandbabies, and I saw Run DMC live at the Fun House. Just a simple beat, boom, 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 and I was like, oh my God, this is cool. They had the leather outfits, derbies. I'm like, man, I never seen that like that. They going back and forth, so that really inspired me. So yeah, it's been doing all that since 12, and then hip hop's like my favorite thing.
Wow. Y'all, we're gonna talk more to our guest, Moody Black, but let's get back in this countdown. The number 18 song comes from Stokely featuring Wale. This song is called Cafe. Let's get into it on the Top 20 Countdown. You guys, that was a former number one song. This number 17 song, Beyonce's Break My Soul, is one of my favorites on this countdown. And we're talking to our guest, Moody Black. You said you've been doing art since you were 3 years old?
I was drawing, man. Yeah, my dad used to draw this Afro man, his face with a big old Afro. I would mimic that. I mean, it wasn't like my dad's, but I would mimic that, man. I just kept drawing since then.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that is, and now you sell art pieces as well, am I correct?
Yeah, I got back into a shout out to my homie and fellow poet Shay Black. She knew my history and background, man. So she would really get me to get back into drawing. So last year she was like, when you gonna start back painting? We start back painting. So yeah, I just started back doing it, went to a sip and paint. They let me draw and stuff and paint. I sold that painting that night. So I'm like, okay, let me get back into this thing. So it's like riding a bike, you know what I mean? So just get
You
back
stopped.
into it.
I didn't know you. I thought you kept going. You stopped. How long did you stop for?
I stopped for like maybe 10 years, and I would sketch here and there, but to get serious again, oh man, yeah, about 10-year hiatus,
Wow.
Yeah, man. So after high school, I sold a few paintings, but it just wasn't making the money, And I was going on that time when they were saying you can't be an artist, you'll be a starving artist, ain't gonna make no money. We didn't have the technology like they have now.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I kind of let it go, man. Of course, working jobs here and there, got married twice. Oh man, it's crazy life of mine, man. So yeah, until my fellow poet was like, man, get back into it, and I did. And So I'm delving more into abstract stuff too. I'm really digging that. Get my Picasso and Basquiat on, you know.
What's your favorite? What's the best piece that you say, in your opinion, that you have painted?
Oh man, I saw the piece last month, man. Oh my God. And it's on my page too. It's called my soul. It's called Soul Sister. So I'm doing the series, and really, what it was a paint I've been working on for years, some abstract stuff. And so I started painting over that, just getting my Jackson Pollock on, splattering paint. Then I saw a face. So I drew a face with a paintbrush, drew a face on top of that, gave it an afro and all kind of abstract stuff going on to make her a face. And I put a little glaze on top of it when it was dry, and it was really beautiful, man. I was really impressed with it. I ended up selling it, man. Sold it to a sister in Texas. Yeah, man. I did my art auction online. I do live art auctions, y'all, on IG at I am Moody Black. I am Moody Black. Yeah, check me out.
Oh wow, that is so cool. That's so
Yeah,
cool.
man. That's what I did yesterday.
Oh yeah, I was on there for a minute.
Yeah, man. But I didn't. This first month I didn't sell anything. But you know, I end up selling later. But every month when I do it, I'm selling paintings, man. Yeah, I sold 4 last month. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it balanced out.
You're doing good, man. You know what? You guys want to talk more to our guest, Moody Black. But let's get back in this countdown. The number 16 song is Dixon featuring 7 Streeter. This song is called Cherry Sorbet. Let's get into it. Cherry Sorbet on Big Old Top 20 Countdown. You guys, that was number 15, Mary J. Blige featuring Anderson .Paak. That song was called Here With Me. Now it's time to get into the extra song of the week by our guest artist, Moody Black. This song is called This Life. I want you to tell me about this song.
Oh man, definitely ode to the South and Southern living. And I always tell people, you know, I'm born and bred in South Carolina, but when people start talking about the South, I'm like, Malcolm X once said to stop talking about the South. You south of the Canadian border, you South. So all our roots here, no matter where you spread out in this country, your roots are all Southern, you know what I'm saying? So it's my ode and dedication, not only to where I'm from, but to South in general, man. There's a certain feel. And I talk about that through the verses, man. When you come down here, man, and we open arms, we can give you that Southern hospitality. You know, so it's the life we live. It's this life, you know.
Wow. So let's get into it. The extra song of the week, Moody Black and This Life. Oh man, I actually like that song. I've heard that song. I've actually liked that song.
Oh wow, man! And that's the video to it. My first directing debut. I filmed the whole video. It wasn't my best, but I was proud of that, man. You know, because I was playing with it and just tried different things. But you know, it felt good doing for that particular song.
Wow, that is so cool. And so, have you? Is this your first album that you come out with, or
No. I've got like multiple albums on the streaming services, man. Poetry albums. I had a hip hop album on my own because I've been part of a group growing up. I was always a part of a group. My first solo album was maybe 2009. And then I did an EP 2016, 17. In 2020, my second full length album. So it's 3 hip hop joints, numerous poetry albums. So I'm actually working on my next one, possibly my last one. I might be retiring from making the album. I'll still rap.
We'll do that.
Yeah, you know, just from recording. But this album is gonna be called The Art of Self. So I'm almost done recording that, man. So it'll be out maybe at the end of the year.
Oh wow, that is so cool.
Yeah.
Wow, that is awesome. And you said you were a poet before you were a hip hop artist.
This about the same time I was doing this because it's all, you know, it's all the same. You know, music is poetry. So I was writing poetry and writing raps at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah, at 12, you know.
What made you into poetry?
Well, man, my mom was always into the arts, and she always influenced my sister and I to read poetry. I didn't want to at first, but I came across this book on a bookshelf called This Time Called Life by Walter Render. He was an artist during the 60s, you know, the hippie era and all that. But the book was just really about being young and free, and just had these different ideologies of just freedom, man, and just being that young. It was impressionable for me because I was young and I wanted to be free, you know. So I connected with the book and I just fell in love with it. Even though my mom was always trying to get me to read, but after reading that book, I went back to appreciate the greats like Maya Angelou and Langston Hughes and all that. She was trying to get me to read, Nikki Giovanni. So that particular book made me get back to it. As a matter of fact, I was at a school a couple years ago. I do residency, so I'm always in the schools. And I was teaching the whole fourth grade of particular school, and I was there for a week. And the last day, the teacher gave me a gift bag, the usual stuff, or T-shirt and squeeze bottles, stuff like that. But it was a up-to-date version of the book I had talked about that influenced me to write. And everybody in the fourth grade had signed it or wrote a sentence in the book. Man, I was teary-eyed, bro. I was teary-eyed. Yeah, because I talked about it, and the teacher ordered it online. So the one I got is all regular. And I stole that from my mom. I don't tell my mom. So I took that book from my mom. So it's worn, because it was like printed in the 70s,
Yeah.
They bought me a hardcover, and everybody in the fourth grade signed it. It was really cool.
That is awesome. Wow, that is really, really awesome. But you guys are going to talk more to our guest, Moody Black. Let's get back in this countdown. Number 14 song comes from Summer Walker and Ari Lennox. This song was called Unloyal. Let's get into it. Unloyal on Big Old Top 20 Countdown, baby. Yeah, y'all, we did a 3 in a row. That was Summer Walker and Ari Lennox, number 14. Number 13 was Kim and Rick Ross with Right on Time. Number 12 was a legendary After 7 with Tomorrow Can Wait. And you guys, it's time to get into the comedy corner by a good friend of the show. He recently had a birthday, and we're just celebrating him. He's a really funny comic. Let's get into it. His name is Mike Terry. The comedy corner with Mike Terry on Big Ooh. Top 20 Countdown. I saw that from Facebook. Yeah. But you guys, that was awesome. Mike Terry, that was awesome. He's very, very funny. And we're talking to our guest, Moody Black, the man of many talents. Oh man. And you were also telling me, you were also telling me you're a motivational speaker. How'd you get into that?
I'm sorry, somebody tried to call. Repeat the question, I'm sorry.
You said, I said, you also said that you're a motivational speaker. How'd you get into that?
Yes. Man, I always love to talk to just people to inspire them to be better version of themselves as I'm growing my process. By no means am I perfect, but just to share my knowledge. But one day just listen to Eric Thomas, who's a phenomenal motivational speaker, man. I'm like, man, that's, I like his energy, and that's the kind of energy I portray. So just, listening more of him, like, I want to really tap more into that side of my talents and gifts, and just start doing it, man. So I go different places, if not a school, community center, just, speak, to share my knowledge and experience and how to be a better version. So, I tell people, you ain't gotta be perfect, just be kind.
That's right. Some people need to hear that twice.
I know, right?
You don't have to be perfect, be kind. I like that. That's really cool. I think I'm gonna use that. Steal that, brother. I'm gonna steal that.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. It's for everybody, man.
That's right. And you also are a teacher. Am I correct?
Well, teaching artist. So schools contract me, a teaching artist. So I'm a certified teaching artist. Schools contract me, and they bring me in. I work with a teacher, depending on what curriculum they're working on, and I implement poetry into that. Whatever the lesson is, we do poetry lessons. So they could be talking about, say, the Civil War. So we'll take certain parts of it. We'll either do like haiku or make metaphor poems, and we have an open mic the last day. They can present it, or we do like a slam. So we're doing haiku. We'll do a haiku slam that Friday, where I come up with a prize, notebooks, writing pens, something fancy.
Wow.
Something like that. Yeah. So that's what I do.
That is so cool. Wow, you're doing a lot, man. Wow, you're doing so many.
I got to, man. It's my 9 to 5. I also do like an after-school program. I'm doing a certain after-school program there twice a week. I do chess. I do poetry with the kids in that school program. So I keep it moving, man. I keep it moving.
How do you find time to do all this stuff?
I make it because I don't really have a full-time 9 to 5 gig, so I have to really have my hand in a lot of things to make it seem like it's one income. So I have to do a lot. It's a lot of parts involved in it. So yeah.
Definitely understand that, man. As a fellow creative person, I definitely understand what you're going through, man. What you're doing, man. You're doing really great. And I think we met on a poetry group. I think it was I think it was Midnight Poetry Group, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like, wow, I didn't know that you were such a veteran. I call it a poetry vet. I call you a poetry legend, You've been doing it for so long. Do you have any poetry books out?
I've just released, well, I haven't posted it yet, but my book is on Amazon. I'm gonna really officially release it Friday. But I do have a book. It's a poetry book, thoughts. It's a lot of thoughts and stuff. It's called The Other Side of Tomorrow. It is on Amazon for electronic download, but I'm working to get the hardcover. So I'm trying to get that done. So I release both Friday. But you can go ahead now and download it off of Amazon as an ebook.
Wow. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna make you spit a poem a little bit later. Not right now. You'll get your poetry ready while I'm introducing these next songs. Yeah, all right. Let's get back into this countdown. The number 11 song comes from Kevin Ross. This song is called Sweet Release. Let's get into it. Sweet Release by Kevin Ross on Big Old Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, that was the number 10 song, Alicia Keys featuring Brent Fayez. This song was called Trillions. Now it's time to get into the extra song, the second extra song of the week, which is another one of my favorites from Moody Black. This song was called So Beautiful. Tell me about this before you get your poem out.
Oh man, so real quick, man, that particular song, it was done actually years before I actually put on the album. I was on Facebook one day and his sister was trying to do a fashion show and wanted a hip hop song dedicated to women. So me and my executive, we put together, he was actually my man, shout out my man DeMilo. He was actually the first person that sung on the hook and we submitted it and they were like, nah, it sound like everybody else. Now, this is at the height of mumble rap. And I was like, what? It sound like everybody else. Like, man, you lying, whatever. As they say, stop capping. I just want to say that live. But anyway, I felt insulted, man. So years later, it's a talented brother named Burrell. Shout out to my man Burrell. I said, Milo, how you feel we get Burrell to sing on the hook? Because he's really blown up here in the Southeast. And so we got him on the hook and, put on the album, made a video, man. So it's our dedication to all the beautiful women out there. Y'all so beautiful.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Let's get into it. The second extra song, So Beautiful with Moody Black on Big Old Top 20 Countdown, baby. Yeah. Yeah, you guys, that was So Beautiful by the talented, the awesome, I'm not just blowing smoke up his ass.
I appreciate I'm too humble for that, man. I take it, but I just pay it forward, man.
Yeah, man. I want to hear one of your poems, man, because I hear so much about you and about your poems. I want to hear one of them. I mean, especially from the new book that's coming out. What's the name of the new book? What's the name of the new book?
It's called The Other Side of Tomorrow. Come on in, baby.
Yeah. Spit a poem, brother. Spit a poem, brother. I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Come on in. So, all right, let's see. You got me on the spot. I stay ready. I'm just trying to figure out which one I want to do.
Yeah, man.
So I do my older book goodie. I did this at an actual TED Talk here in Greenville, but just an uplifting piece for us writers. It's for our writers. So this for the poets that go place to place and not make a penny. Hoping somebody give one for their thoughts, because thoughts are all that poets have to give. So you hope that somebody would at least give you something, especially after the landlord hands you an eviction notice. So after stressing, you flip that piece of paper over, scribble some lines, and 9 times out of 10, you keep it because you have to deal with both sides of that paper. Now, on one side of that paper, the date, where you got to have all this stuff out of the house. But on the other side is a poem. Not just any poem, but a poem that becomes a soundtrack to your sanity. Instead of having a nervous breakdown, you broke down your struggles with the pen and set your sadness and sorrows with a stanza or a sonnet in hopes to make tomorrow a better day. Some say you better pray because having that stress can prey on your soul. So pour out your soul to a soul that will listen. Go on place to place, empty out your soul, and sometimes leave it empty pockets. But you wouldn't train that therapy session. Some call us having a poem for anything. In that moment, it's priceless. Let's give y'all a sample of that, man. Go to my YouTube channel and watch the rest of the video. Go type in Moody Black. Go to YouTube, watch the rest of the video, man, and subscribe to my channel and like the video. It's called Priceless.
That is awesome, man. Snaps up for that. Oh my God, that was really good, man. Well, I can tell you've been doing it for a long time. Wow. Well, after that,
I appreciate the love, man. I appreciate that.
Oh man, you're doing it, man. That's like wow. What is one advice for a person would like to do what you were doing in your life?
My queen just came in. Best advice, man, whatever your gift is, whatever your calling, man, fight for it, live for it, breathe for it, man. Just go after it. relentless. Regardless anybody else say.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's great advice. But we're gonna get
Yeah,
back.
fight for it, man. Because there's always naysayers, man, but you gotta want it more than anybody else want it.
That's right.
Just keep fighting for it, man. No matter what anybody else say.
That's right. That's right. That's the truth. That's the truth, brother. Let's get back in this countdown. The number 9 song comes from Jasmine Sullivan. The song is called Hurt Me So Good. Let's get into it. Number 9, Hurt Me So Good on Big O's Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, we did 3 in a row for you. We did Jasmine Sullivan with the Hurt Me So Good, Diddy and Bryson Tyler with Gotta Move On, and number 7 was John Legend featuring Money Long with Honey. Now it's time to get into the independent song of the week, which also comes from who? Moody Black. And this is actually another one of my favorites from the album titled Manifest.
Manifest, yeah.
This song is called Day Ones. You got to give me the story about this.
Oh man, this life, man. Like I said, when you're trying to accomplish your dreams, people always got something to say, and just on a personal level, man, I went so much trying to get where I am, from friends, family, whatever. I try to deny you that, man, but I always just remember to roll with the people who've been there, the day ones. No matter what anybody else say, you just listen to the people who always been there with you. Them the real ones, you know what I'm saying? So it's like my ode or my dedication to those folk who's been doing that, who's been by my side the whole time.
Let's get into it. The independent song of the week, Moody Black, Day Ones on Big O's Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, that was the awesome song, one of my favorites from the Manifest album. Man, Moody Black. Why did you choose the name Moody Black? Because I know that's not your real name.
Man, look here. I'll tell you, man. I tell the story all the time. The name came out of pettiness. I'm not a petty person. I promise you, I'm not petty. I only like being petty. But years and years and years ago, man, I was dating this young lady, and she just told me, "You got mood swings." I'm like, no, I don't. No, I don't. So I took on the moniker Mood Swing at first. So when I started getting to the whole poetry slam community, and I made my slam team, this is like 2002, about 2004. And so, I was just, before I made the team, I would get my chops up and go different places, different venues. I go out of state, and I made a name for myself, man. So people would start calling me Moody for short instead of Mood Swing. But I discovered there was a rapper and another poet on the West Coast, mind you, that had the name Mood Swing. So I had to drop it back. I'm cut from that cloth where you don't bite. We don't do bite. We don't take nobody else's stuff. So I dropped the name, but people already called me Moody. So I kept Moody and just trying to find some different things to go with it, man, is that personify who I am. But black is the color of being strong and strength and intelligence. And it's just one of my favorite colors. So I tried different things. When I called my friends around, what you think about Moody Black? Like, yo, that's it. Moody Black, Moody Black. So I kept that name, man. So that's where it derived from.
Wow, I like that. Moody Black. That's really, really cool.
I appreciate it.
Man, I know you're doing a lot. You're doing a whole bunch. Wow, I'm tired. I'm tired from just listening to what you're doing. I'm scared to ask you to do anything else because you're doing a lot. I'm like, you don't need to do anything else, brother.
I don't know if I could do anything else, man. I'm gonna play the bass guitar one day. Not no time soon. One day.
Wow. After you're doing a lot. Is there something that you haven't done that you really love to do?
Oh man, I wish I could sing, man. But I want to play an instrument. Growing up, I bought so many acoustic guitars, a trumpet one time, and the bass guitar. Like, I want to play an instrument. So I think I might settle with the bass guitar because I think I was better at that. I could play the bass line to the All Along the Watchtower by Jimi Hendrix. I'm a big Jimi Hendrix fan.
Yeah.
No, not Watchtower. Hey Joe, excuse me. I can play the bass line to Hey Joe. Wow. Yeah, I did that, and I had to pawn it because I was broke.
I can understand that.
Yeah, man. I pawned a lot of instruments, but I love to get back on that, man, one day. Maybe the next 5 years or so. I'm gonna master what I have. I do have an online store. I sell T-shirts and mugs. It's called the Manifest Store. But you type in Moody Black, you'll find it. Moody Black Manifest Store. Yeah. So yeah, just trying to put it all together, man, and so I get to a point where I can sleep and make money.
I can definitely understand that. I definitely understand where you're coming from with that. But you guys, let's get back in this countdown. The number 6 song comes from Queen Naja and Big Sean. This song was called Hate Our Love. Let's get into it. Hate Our Love by Queen Naja and Big Sean on Big Old Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, that was a number 5 song. Tank featuring Jay Valentine was Slow. And you guys, it's time to get into the old school gem of the week by the Birthday Man. He's one of my favorites. I'm telling you, he's not one of my favorites. He's the favorite rapper of mine. And we're going back to his first album. It's a Doggy Dog World. That's the name of the old school jam. It's a Doggy Dog World by our very favorite of all time, my very favorite, Snoop Dogg. Let's get into it. Happy birthday, Snoop Dogg. It's a Doggy Dog World.
Kevin brought us.
Big old Top 20 Countdown. Yeah. It's a doggy dog world. I can't sing it the world. Oh, man. Moody Black, give a shout out to your love, the love of your life, and your kids. How many kids you got?
Oh, why you gonna ask me that, man? I got some cheering. I'm gonna say it like that. Okay. I ain't got a football squad, more closer to a basketball team, but I got some cheering. Oh man, shout out to the whole South Carolina crew, my homies, man, Johnny C. Weaver, DeMilo, Nate the Four Horsemen, Queen Ava. I just kissed me on my forehead just now. But yeah, and all my kids, man, and my kids' mothers who were patient with me.
You a player. Oh my God, we're not gonna talk about that. That's another thing you're doing. Oh Jesus, you're a father too. Oh my God, no, 5 different jobs. You're like, hey, you remember that skit on Living Color? Hey man, got 5 jobs. Man.
Got 5 jobs, man. You don't have no job, you lazy man. No job. Baby, I had 3 jobs as a baby.
Yeah. That's a mess, man. You're so man. You're awesome. You're cool. You're all that, man. Just say one last inspiration, man. One last inspiration before we get back in this countdown. Give me something inspirational thought.
Man, look here. I'm gonna tell you something, man. My motto is for my brand. It's I inspire, I motivate, I manifest. And you gotta speak it, y'all. Whatever it is, you gotta not only speak it, but you gotta put the work in. And I grew up, people always say, work smarter, not harder. But I challenge people, but take the first word from that sentence. It's still work. You still have to work for it. So roll your sleeves up, go get it, man. Grind for it, man. And just be relentless. But find inspiration, be motivated, and manifest that thing. And it'll eventually be yours, man. Eventually, but it ain't gonna happen overnight. So stay with it, stay relentless, y'all.
That's right. That's right. But you guys, that is awesome. But you guys, let's get back in this countdown. The number 4 song comes from Bruno Mars, Anderson .Paak, Silk Sonic. This song is called Love Train on Big Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, we did a 3 in a row for you. We did Bruno Mars, Anderson .Paak, Silk Sonic, Love Train. Number 2 was one of my favorite songs on this countdown by Babyface and Ella Mai. This song was called Keep On Falling. And the number 2 song is another one of my favorites. Bruno Mars, Anderson .Paak, and Silk Sonic with Thundercat and Bootsy Collins. That song was called Last Night. That's one of my absolute favorites. But you guys, it's time to get into the number 1 song according to BDS.com. And it's one of my absolute favorites as well. This song is by Ron Isley and the Isley Brothers featuring Beyonce. This song is called Make Me Say It Again, Girl. On the countdown, that's the number 1 song. Yeah, you guys, that was a number 1 song. Ron Isley, the Isley Brothers featuring Beyonce, Make Me Say It Again, Girl, an all-time classic. They just made it even better. Moody Black, tell people where they can reach you.
Man, my website is IamMoodyBlack.com, and my handle is I Am Moody Black. No special spellings. I Am Moody Black on everything. Not everything, everything. Snapchat, right, Twitter, IG, Facebook, LinkedIn, all that. TikTok, I Am Moody Black. Snapchat, yeah, hit me up.
Wow. I want to say thank you to our guest, Moody Black.
Man, thanks for having me, man.
You're welcome. And I want to say thank you to everyone who's been with me for the past 7 seasons. I think this is our 240th show.
Oh, wow. That's awesome, man. Congratulations, bro.
Very much. And you guys have just been with me through all. I want to say thank you to all the stations that are carrying it, small, including a new station, small motion radio, and also the Block Radio FM. You guys are awesome, and Spotify and everybody who's carrying this podcast has helped me with it. And you guys, that's the thought for the week. The thought for the week is never give up, no matter what's going on. And as you guys know, we do a gospel song to end the show. And it's by one of my favorites. This week, she's celebrating 20 years since her debut album came out. It's Dorinda Clark Cole and this song is called You Can. Let's get into it. You Can by Dorinda Clark Cole on Big Old Top 20 Countdown. May God bless you and God keep you until we meet again. And that is the end of the episode. Let me stop it. How can I stop it? Uh-oh, it's not stopping. I'm pressing stop. Uh-oh. Not stopping. It's not stopping. Oh gosh, what's going on? This thing. Oh yeah, it stopped.